Hey, good morning. Good morning. I just wanted to give you guys a quick word of inspiration and motivation to start your day off, and to just to give you a little bit of insight and about who you are and what you should be doing. As people, we need to understand who we are, and in understanding who we are, we have to be honest with ourselves. You have to be honest with yourself. Good morning. Good morning. You have to be honest with yourself. You'll never figure out where you're going if you don't realize and know who you are or where you're at. You'll never figure out where you're going if you don't understand and realize where you're at. We must learn. We have to learn to be true to who we are and who we are, and accept our reality in order to prosper and grow. So that means that you have to understand who you are. Okay, you have to be honest with yourself. And the reason you have to be honest with yourself is because when you can be honest with yourself and you can accept yourself for who you are and know where you're at, then you have the ability to grow. You can get help, you can get insight, you can read, you can glean from others. But in order for you to grow and get to the next level, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to figure out where you're going. You'll never figure out where you're going, okay, if you don't realize and know where you're at. You have to know where you stand. You have to know what position you're in. You have to know what you need to work on in order to grow. And the only way to do that is to be honest. So many times we don't want to be honest. So many times we don't want to admit, because we think that when we admit things, it makes us look weak. It makes us look like we're not worthy. It makes us look like we're incapable. But that's not what it is. When you can admit what's going on, when you can admit your flaws, when you can admit that you need help, when you can admit that, hey, I should have done it a different way, that's when you can get to the next level. And that's when you can win, because you can admit that you need to get it right and that you need to do better. So many times we feel inferior, or we feel that people are going to look at us sideways because we didn't get it right the first time, or we didn't know everything. We don't know everything. We need help. That's why we have family. That's why we have friends. That's why we have Google. That's why we have Siri. We have so many different things. We have the Bible. We have the encyclopedias and dictionaries. We have so many different things that can help us to gain the knowledge that we're missing. We have history on our side. There's so many different things and so many different avenues and so many different places to look in order to grow, in order to get to where you need to be. So what we have to do is we have to learn how to be honest. We have to understand where we're at and be honest with ourselves and know where we're at in order to grow and win and get to the next level. When we can do that, when we can focus, then we can win and obtain all the knowledge and all the prosperity and all the success that we need, because we're reaching out, we're reaching forward, we're reaching back, and we are paying attention. And when we can do that, that's when we can win. And when we can be honest, okay, and when we can accept where we're at and accept our reality, that's when we can change our reality and make it better, because we've accepted it and we've grasped it, and now we're growing from it. Okay, so be honest with yourself in order to be successful and get to the next level. So if you'll ever figure out where you're going, it'll be because you realize where you're at. That's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you so much for always supporting. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be symbolic, simply your best, because being deeply rooted stimulates growth. Tell somebody you love them, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to look in the mirror and be honest, and don't be afraid of growth. Okay? See you guys later. Take care. Peace.